We are here at E3 day number 2. My name is Eddie Maku, a news editor here at GameSpot, and I'm here with Martin Iwinski from CD Projekt Red.
Yep, that's me.
So last week, you guys unveiled your Cyberpunk game, calling it the definitive Cyberpunk experience. Can you talk more about what that means and what your goals are for the project?
Yeah, okay, I can talk obviously a lot because we would like to show and talk, and right now we just announced the game and we showed the first artwork, but I think maybe a few words why we have chosen Cyberpunk, because people know us from The Witcher, so deep storyline, no compromises in terms of gameplay. It's a mature game for grown-up audience, and actually we're looking at the next thing because we really wanted to do another IP and build another studio to deliver something else than the Witcher franchise. We thought that Cyberpunk fits it very well. So first of all, a lot of people in the company were huge fans of the pen and paper system, and we are huge fans both of the literature and movies like Blade Runner, for example, and we thought it will extremely well fit the world because we'll be able to tell a deep and intriguing non-linear story in this world. I think it fits very well. It's exciting on the visual side as well. So that was sort of the base for the choice, but what was really important is that we had already the setting practically ready and done by Mike Pondsmith from Robert Torsolian Games. He spent 25 years of his life working on it, and it's a perfect foundation to deliver a great game. We have the whole RPG system there. We've teamed up with Mike, licensed the whole property, so basically can pick and choose and also create new things, and that's where we want to go with the game pretty much.
Now, how involved is Mike Pondsmith in the project? Do you work with him on like a day-to-day basis, or can you talk about that relationship?
Yeah, we can talk about it. I think first of all, it's a huge advantage comparing to the relation we had with the author on The Witcher, because Andrzej Sapkowski, the author of The Witcher, he's a writer, so he wrote great books. We licensed it from him, but he's not the game designer. Mike is a game designer both on the pen and paper side, and he was also working for quite some time in computer game design, so we're very lucky to work with him. He's, I would say, quite involved, maybe not on a daily basis, but we are consulting things with him, and he's the creator and father of the system. So like, hey Mike, we have this idea, we would like to put this character in this and that configuration. He's saying yes or no, or maybe you should change that because it doesn't really fit the world. So he is Mr. Cyberpunk.
And you guys also said you have, I watched your summer conference last week, and you said you have a second team of seasoned developers that are working on the new Cyberpunk game. So what does that leave for your other team?
Yeah, I mean, the team on The Witcher was 100 people at the end of it. So we've taken some of the veterans. We also picked veterans from the market and have created the other team, which, of course, it's not final. So we are still recruiting, and definitely, if there are passionate people about Cyberpunk, we would love to see them in our team. And funny enough, after the conference, we got really lots of applications from a lot of big studios, and people were writing us, hey guys, you're not Cyberpunk, that's the game I would love to work on, and I'm ready to move to Warsaw any day.
You guys have also been very vocal with your stance against DRM, but you've also said that the Witcher games have been pirated a ton. So how do you convince players to buy your games instead of stealing them?
I think that's a very good question, because I think not really enough people in the industry are asking themselves the question. They say, hey, we put the copy protection and it looks good for our investors or for our board, and we are covered, which is pretty much bullshit, because the games are cracked the moment they're released. Funny enough, the story which I was mentioning already publicly before, we released The Witcher 2 in the retail version, and it was protected with one of the market-leading copy protections, and at the same time we had the GOG.com 100% DRM-free version. Guess which version was pirated? The protected one. They cracked it, Skid Row cracked it, and wrote, cracked by Skid Row. They didn't write not cracked by Skid Row because it was not copy protected. So it's really strange. I think the best way to fight piracy is deliver gameplay experience and more value with the product, whether it's physical or it's digital, to the gamer. If you look at what we've included in the Witcher 2, both X360 version and the PC version, the enhanced edition, and before the original PC release. So you had a game guide, you had a map, you had soundtrack. I really think of gamers like collectors. I mean, I'm a gamer, and whenever I'm buying a game for $50 or $60 or euro, and I have a disc and a manual which is 16 pages, or maybe I don't even have the manual because somebody at this big company decided to save this, I don't know, 20 cents not to spend on it because ultimately it looks better in Excel. I'm kind of lost, because it's all about the funds. I mean, as we can see here, the three people being excited about things, and then you have to deliver on this excitement or they will abandon your franchise. That's how it works, despite the fact that it must be a great game. But there must be something what will keep you with this game, what will maintain the relation. So we're really pleased that the fans react this way to what we are doing, and we are not only going DRM free, but we are adding a lot of content. We release DLCs for free. We release major updates like the version 2.0 last September. We released the enhanced edition, which is totally for free. And yes, I know that a lot of people still pirated it. I even calculated that it's like more than 4 million. But they'll pirate it anyway, and I think we, by doing what we are doing, we have a chance to convince part of them to go and spend the money. On one of the news groups, there was a big thread because one guy started asking how to run a pirated version of Witcher, and there was a problem with it apparently. And people started criticizing him. Hey, you beep beep, go and buy the game. That was great, We are really happy to see that people defend us because that's what it's all about. So maybe this guy will first pirate the game and then buy it at mid-price or a budget or a special promo. But then if he likes it, I strongly believe that he will go and buy the next Witcher.
So is Cyberpunk going to be DRM free?
Yes, of course.
Now, another big topic today is, next-gen technology. It's obviously not a lot of people want to talk about it, but as a designer and as a studio, what kind of features do the consoles lack that a next generation like a machine could have that would really help you?
Yeah, I mean, I will not talk about obvious things which are more graphical power, more processors, easier way to program on them, because I think that's a feature which developers really need. That's all what's happening on PC on almost like a month-by-month basis, because the software gets updated, the hardware gets updated, and I don't know, be it NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, they address it in all the subsequent versions of their hardware. With the consoles, you have one big change every several years. So then I really hope that the next generation of consoles will address it. But for me, the current gen, it's pretty much offline. And I'm really looking forward for the consoles to go truly online. So having a strong online component, having a serious digital distribution, we love to do retail offering, love to sell through stores, but if somebody wants to play digitally distributed game like we have on GOG or Steam, we should enable them to do this. And right now in Microsoft Games Demand or Sony PSN, this is still a very small portion of the way people buy it. They are predominantly going to the store and buying the game. And I think this will be the next big thing with the next generation consoles, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, thank you for the time. Those are the questions that I had today, and a look back at GameSpot for more coverage from E3 2012.